I'm sorry, excuse me. I was wondering if a seller should still pay their mortgage if the due date is coming before the closing.
That's actually a really good question, and we get this question pretty much on every single transaction. So yeah, there's a couple of dates to be aware of when we're talking about the payment related to a mortgage. So you have your due date, which is generally going to be the first. And the majority of mortgages that are out there, majority of the loans, there's somewhat of a grace period. The 15th or the 16th calendar day of the month is a grace period. So as long as the payment is made by that date, you should be good to go. But that begs the question that you're asking. Should a seller still make a payment if we're getting close to the end of that grace period? And well, I always suggest that they should. And the reason for that is we never really know at the 11th hour if something happens in a transaction, if there's a delay for some reason or because of the inspection or some other reason. Let's say the buyer is not ready to go. And if it's the 15th or the 16th and the seller is trying to make a last second payment, they're up against the clock and there's a higher likelihood that they're going to have to pay some kind of fees and additional interest and late fees on that particular monthly payment. So it's always better just to make the payment, even if you know that the closing is happening. The important thing to note is that if you do make a payment and there is an overpayment of any kind, the bank does owe those funds back to you as a seller. So even if you make the payment, it's not like those funds disappear. All you have to do is after the closing, let the bank know that you've closed and give them a forwarding address where those funds can be sent, and you're sure to get that check from them sooner rather than later.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.